But man's fascination with these creatures, whether real or mythic, is nothing new. Since ancient times, authors have written about giant birds, some of them man-eaters. Two stories and tales from the Arabian Nights relate Sinbad's encounters with the Roc, a massive bird said to be capable of carrying off elephants. Hercules tangled with and conquered man-eaters known as the Stymphalian birds. And Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's fantasy adventure novel, The Lost World. Different cultures, different eras. It suggests mankind has a common fear of things that fly. But why? Dr. Greg Bambinek is a psychiatrist and wildlife biologist. He believes that humans may be hard-coded to fear large birds because they once hunted our pre-human ancestors.
Part of it is genetic memory or the collective unconscious that those things above us that have a large wingspan can just come from anywhere.
But is there proof? One man's study in Africa may yield it.
In my mind, there's no problem with some type of crowned hawk eagle-like bird preying upon human ancestors 3 to 5 million years ago.
Scott McGraw sifted through the bones of hundreds of monkeys found under the nests of African crowned eagles. In 2006, he announced his findings. That these eagles were regularly killing monkeys as big as 20 pounds. From that finding, he theorizes,
large airborne carnivorous meat-eating birds have been a selective force in primate evolution, most likely for as long as there had been primates.
As further proof, he and other scientists point to the skeleton of a very young predecessor to Homo sapiens, discovered in a lime quarry in Taung, South Africa in 1924.
Based upon what we know, the damage that they leave on the skulls of their prey today, we can use that to interpret the past, which is where this Taung child comes in.
Experts noted that the Taung child, a 3 to 4-year-old human ancestor known as Australopithecus africanus, had unique markings in its skull. For decades, these holes were interpreted as proof that the child was killed by a leopard or saber-toothed cat. But in January of 2006, paleoanthropologists announced that the Taung child had been killed by a single blow, a 14-centimeter-long talon that pierced the brain. The evidence? Small punctures and keyhole slots inside the eye sockets had been created when the eagle used its beak to eat out the child's eyes and brain. Modern African crowned eagles are known to attack primates weighing as much as 24 pounds, at least as much as the Taung child. And markings in the eye sockets of the Taung child are identical to markings Scott McGraw found in monkey skulls he examined.
These are photographs of the original Taung fossil. The outline here shows the broken edge of the orbital floor in the Taung fossil. And this is the broken edge of the orbital floor in a monkey from the Thai forest. We know this was killed by a crowned eagle. Based upon the similarity in damage, we believe that the Taung child was killed by either a crowned eagle or something very similar.
But do crowned eagles hunt modern man?
There are reports from various localities in Africa that crowned eagles have preyed upon humans. There are reports in East Africa. I think a 7-year-old child was nearly killed in Zambia. There is a story that a juvenile human skull was found in a nest of a crowned eagle in Zimbabwe. I believe these individuals were believed to have weighed something around 15 or 20 pounds.
A raptor attack is a particularly gruesome way to meet one's end.
A raptor comes down, hits the animal very suddenly, very violently. The chest cavity and the abdominal cavity are opened up quickly and the organs are ripped out. And the eyes and face are processed as well.
Could it have been an African crowned eagle that grabbed 10-year-old Marlon Lowe in 1977? And if so, how did it get from Africa to Danville, Illinois? Some